Hello everybody, Joe Clone here, back again for another Lego Star Wars review. Today will be the conclusion of my current Separatist Lego Droid Army review series, and today we are going to be talking about the Tri Droid. And there's a ton of different variants, as I've recently learned, of these Tri Droids. And today we'll be looking at the one oh, you thought this was all I had for the conclusion? You watch my shorts, you know this ain't all I got. Oh yeah. Perfect. But before we get into talking about the Magna Tri Droid I have in front of us here, let's first talk about the Combat Tri Droid. But, so, as you know, let's break them down. Okay, and again, this is just recent knowledge for me, but as I've recently learned, this variant that LEGO made is actually the combat variant of the Octopara. I might be saying it wrong, that's why I just say Tri Droid, but this is the combat variant of the Tri Droid, and as you could tell, it's still very tall, but it's not as tall as the Magna Tri Droid. I think these were 29 feet tall, and I think the Magna was 49 feet tall, so these are literally just the smaller actual in-universe scaled-down version of the Magna Tri Droid. But these, I know a lot of people were complaining about this build in the new Clones vs. Battle Droid set, but I really don't mind it because of that fact that this is an actual real variant of the Tri Droid in the Star Wars universe. There's actually, which this is why I've become fascinated with this variant I'm about to talk about, there's a virus Tri Droid variant where it had like two nozzles on it and a canister that contained this terrible plaguing virus that would kill any living thing in its path. And yeah, it just terrifying, right? Makes these things even more terrifying. But the combat Tri Droid that we have in front of us here is not the most dangerous variant, and that variant is the Magna, which we're going to talk about next. But it's a basic, but I really like it, build, and yeah, just the legs are all on these hinges here, and they're very posable. It actually has 3 missiles on it, which is lore accurate, so again, very nice, and the head swivels like Tri Droids do. That's what they're most famous for, is having those 3 faces, basically. And it's what honestly makes them really dangerous. They really are they defend themselves from all sides. So that's why these droids are really feared from clones, Jedis, and the Republic Army. But you've probably seen countless YouTubers do reviews of the combat variant from the battle pack. It's time to talk about the Magna. So, without further ado, let's break it down. And like you've seen from the shorts that I've been posting, hyping up this finale, this is the perfectly scaled Lego Magna Tri Droid, and wow, let's break them down. Okay, so just to show you the size, like I said, the combat variant was said to be 29 feet, and again, I might be wrong on these facts, so I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna roll with it because it makes sense. 29 feet, 49 feet, Magna, most dangerous, biggest variant of the Tri Droid. And before I even break it down, this review is going to be a little quick because of this reason. I did not build this. I did not come up with this. I got this amazing alternate build. It's actually an alternate build. You need just four. I know I say just, but four of the new Clones vs. Droids battle packs to build this, and it's built by one of my favorite Lego Star Wars YouTubers out there who I've been watching. Um, Honestly, he's a bit of an inspiration for me. But this is built by at Sawyer Studios, and if you want to build this yourself, I highly recommend going to his channel. He does great alternate builds. He's actually the inspiration for me doing an alternate build for boarding the Tantive, because I did this alternate build of his way before that set even came out, and look at this thing. Like, I would pay $80 for this as a set. I'd pay $100 for this if it was in a set with three shinies. And like, if they put the figures from the newest battle pack in a set with this as the main build, I would pay $100 for it easily. But like I said, if you want to build this for yourself, and if you have four of the Clone vs. Droids new battle packs and you want to build this yourself, go check out his channel and his tutorial video. It is fantastic, very easy to follow, and as you can see, the product is amazing. But let's get into breaking it down a little bit more. Okay, and I'm going to go a little mobile here just to show you his technique and just what he did. Just look at the feet there. Like, that is amazing. That's probably the only thing I did. He had, like, the pistols here, and I just took them out, and the feet just fall on the ground way easier without those pistols. But other than that, his build is literally perfect. As you can see, he just uses all the leg pieces from 4 battle packs worth of pieces. And he honestly uses most of the pieces for the set. Although, like you might have seen, I was still able to have 2 of the clone speeders, and I have 4 staffs. So this is why I think this is one of the best alternate builds of all time by Sawyer Studios, is because I have 2 of the clone speeders still. I have 4 staffs still, and I only have 5 of the Clone vs. Droids battle pack. I only bought 5 of them. 4 of them went to this, obviously, but like I said, 2 clone speeders, 4 staffs, 1 combat variant of the Tri Droid, and the Magna variant of the Tri Droid. Like, that's why I had to just again, I'm not looking for a shout out. I just think he deserves all of the credit, all of it, for this amazing alternate build. Sorry to go shaky there. I'm gonna go backstage. Yeah, I showed you the legs, the build of the legs that he did, obviously, but the main attraction for the Tri Droid is, like I said before, talking about the combat variant, the triple-headed swivel guns that it has. And just look at the spin action there. Like, that is literally, like, perfect to how it would shoot and then rotate, shoot and then rotate, shoot and then rotate. Like, look at that. That is perfect. Like, oh my god. At Sawyer Studios, you're a goat. I just have to say. But another really cool thing is, like, it's really simple. Like, it just comes off like that in parts. And it's just a really simple build, as you could see, and it's very simple, and you could take it right off, and you could also just put it right back on like that, and it swivels perfectly, as you just saw. This thing is, I'm literally so happy that I have this in my droid army, and I owe it all to him for having this, because just look at it. This brings me back to, like, nostalgia. Like, I went to the movie theater to see the first Clone Wars animated movie, where these or most notably seen at the Battle of Christophsis. So, like, I'm just so happy that he created this design and that I was able to easily build it following his instructions. But, like I said, if you want to build this yourself, go check out at Sawyer Studios' channel. Amazing Lego YouTuber. But with that being said, that's really about it with the Magna here. As you know, these 3 triple guns are just really heavy duty and was the main weaponry of the Magna Tri Droid. And again, like I said, it defends itself on every angle. It doesn't leave itself defenseless. So that's why it was such a formidable opponent for the Republic Army to go against. But let's move on to the final lineup. And okay, I'm not really changing the orientation to the final lineup here, but that was the final part to Joe Clone's Lego Separatist Droid Army review series. And oh my, I've gotten chills at times doing these recordings. As you know, I am Joe Clone, but this has been very fun, and I really just thank you for giving me all the support. Like I've said countless times, every time I post, I don't think I'm going to get a single view. So, the 1 person, the 10 people, the 100 people who watch my very small channel, I am very thankful for you. And I relate to you because, as you know, I don't have $1 million to spend on just my droid army or just my clone army. But that's why I relate to you out there, because I know most of you out there are exactly like me, who watch these great Lego YouTubers and just try to catch up to them. But that's why the Lego YouTube community is great, and I'm happy to be here. And as you know, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in this universe, and I thank you for joining me on the journey. That's a review. I will see you in the next one, and peace out. Give you one last spin.